Hello friends, if you're new, welcome to my channel. How about going down and hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell so you don't miss any episodes? For my fans and subscribers, welcome back. I know I say this all the time, but I really do appreciate you. Today I'm going to be talking about Jim Jones and furthering the cause. Let's go! Whenever a restaurant would integrate at Jones's request, People's Temple would print flyers urging people to dine there. Most of the time, these mom and pop businesses had more customers than ever, and they were glad that they had cooperated with Jones. Jones started branching out, reaching other small business owners. Hardcore segregationists noted this and tried to bribe Jones. Surely Jones needed money. The commission spot didn't pay well, only $7,000 a year. And the church members couldn't pay him much. And as for his outside appearances, all that money went to church programs. So it wasn't that he didn't need the money, but he put principle above money. At this stage, he seems to be a man after my own heart. He enjoyed success in getting many businesses to integrate in terms of customer base, so he next focused his attention on integrating the workforce. He formed an employment service through his church, modeled on the peace movement. Temple members and some desperate outsiders were placed in entry-level positions. The companies that hired these people would never have hired them if Jones had not become the Human Relations Commission Director. Jones expected the people he placed to become exemplary employees. He told them that he had put his reputation on the line for them, and if they failed, he would be blamed, making it that much harder for him to lead the fight for integration. People got work and companies gained good employees. He also reassured the city's power elite that he represented a reasonable approach to change and was not a radical. To demonstrate this, he called on the Nation of Islam at their nearby headquarters in Chicago, Illinois. Their offer Jones made to work together to achieve integration was rebuffed, and he made sure people knew this. It suited his purposes for people to know this, for he wanted them to know that he championed the quote-unquote safe blacks, not the quote-unquote dangerous ones. He also buffered the blacks against the radical white fringe. Please note that I am not a racist. I put those words in quotes because that is what the book said. I am well aware that there are safe people everywhere as well as dangerous people everywhere. Even while working hard at his commission director's job, he did not neglect People's Temple. He demanded that the church be integrated in everything, even seating during services, and this extended to his family. Often, Marceline and the children were separated during services. To ensure good behavior, Marceline bribed them with chewing gum. He was not above using personal illness for the cause either. He was rushed to the hospital in the fall of 1961 for abdominal pain and was assigned to a wing reserved for whites. He said that he would stay only if the hospital integrated immediately. The arrival of his black personal physician only complicated things. The staff, aware of Jones's reputation, promised to open the entire building to all races. However, Jones, who was later diagnosed with bleeding ulcers, refused care until he saw for himself that the hospital was indeed being integrated. Only after several black patients confirmed this did he allow treatment. At the end of 1961, Indianapolis was much more integrated, and Jim Jones was mostly to thank for that. Even more impressive, he managed it without alienating local officials, whom he needed for more change. The black community revered him because they knew what he had done on their behalf. Perhaps his most impressive accomplishment during this time, despite all the other demands on his time, Jones had earned his bachelor degree from Butler University and was eligible for ordination in the Disciples of Christ denomination. He had achieved so much that year, with more to come. In 1961, Jones met his childhood friend, Max Knight, and spoke of his many accomplishments, as well as laying out plans for the future. Instead of more plans to integrate Indianapolis as Max had expected, Jones wanted to move to the West Coast. There was only so much he could achieve in Indianapolis. Throughout that year, Jones habitually rose before dawn, worked all day, and generally far into the night. Occasionally, he asked Haldeman to lunch because he needed to get away, and over the meal, he'd talk about something that needed to be changed in the city and how he would do it. As far as Haldeman knew, Jones had never taken an afternoon off. Even though there was way too much for one man to handle, Jim would not delegate. He did, however, trust Marcelin as his partner in temple matters, and the Baldwins helped with the nursing homes. Jones still visited the nursing homes on a daily basis, talking with clients and promising that he would personally look into any problems that they had. Even though he had a team of hand-picked associate pastors, Winberg, Case, and I. James, he never trusted them with temple services in his absence. If he had to be away on a Sunday, he always asked Haldeman to preside in his absence. In any church, some members are bound to come and go. Although most ministers accepted this, Jones did not. He decided to try to get to know every member as well as form a personal bond with each. He made it known that anyone could call on him for help or counsel at any time. However, he also required much of his members. Everyone was expected to attend Sunday services and to participate in all temple activities, as well as volunteering in church social service programs. They also had to adhere to socialist principles, no heirs or obsession with material possessions. As in all cults, members were expected to spy on each other and report any wrongdoing. Regular corrective fellowship sessions were held in which individuals were criticized for wrongdoing by their peers. For some, they just stopped attending, thinking that would be that. However, Jones had other plans. burying them in phone calls and letters asking them to return. Jones stressed that it was God's will that they return. If he asked something of them that they did not understand, God just wanted them to do it. No questions asked. Many of them returned just because they didn't want to deal with the hassle. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, press the subscribe button, and if you want to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source I used for this video. If you wish to get in contact with me, Twitter is the best way, followed by email. Also, please leave comments in the comment section. Not only do I love hearing from you, but it also triggers the YouTube algorithm.